Bonjour, Kinamagan in Ireland, Adishnikas, and welcome to this week's edition of our Week at a Glance videos, featuring week 38. Morning and welcome to today's session, and we'll begin in our Google Classroom, as we always do, just to highlight contact information. I also can be reached at ireland@sagchip.org. That's probably the quickest. We have the new May Weemagiquad newsletter, our classroom newsletter, hot off the presses this morning. Last week's content, the May breakfast and lunch menu, Neebing flyer, some information from Mount Pleasant. Starting to get close to the end of the year, so in some areas we're putting less material, in some areas we're putting more. Well, let's go ahead and start right with that newsletter this morning. Just a reminder that Neebing is filling up fast. If you're interested, please contact the administration office. You can ask for Deb Smith. There will be a packet and payment. It's only $75. It is the most affordable daycare you're going to find for your fifth grade all summer long. Features field trips, academics. We feed your kids multiple times. Definitely worth it. We'll be visiting Sleeping Bear Dunes tomorrow. We'll be leaving SCA at 8:15. So if your student arrives here at 8:20, they will have missed the van, and you can turn around with them and find a spot for them. We will return around 5 o'clock. A lot of students in the past would bring cell phones. I hold on to them because they can't just be playing on their phone. It is a school day. But usually we would give them an opportunity to make a phone call as we're getting close, so that you're not waiting there at 4 o'clock. Like, are they there yet? Are they there yet? Are they here? Are they here? Where are they? That way you can make those communications. I will also try to send out an email as we are leaving, just to kind of give you an ETA. Permission slips have been sent home. They must be returned in order for your student to attend. This is not a passive permission slip, so I can't just say, okay, they didn't send it back, so they must be able to go, just due to the length of the trip. We will be feeding students on the way there and on the way back. More information on that coming up. How about now? Let's just go right and bring that up. This is a production of the Sleeping Bear Dunes National Lakeshore. Some items you can bring. Let me slide my trusty document Zoom material here. Raincoat. It should be dried out by then. I know there's a chance of rain overnight. The forecast has greatly improved over the last few days, but not a bad idea to have it with you, or even a poncho. Don't actually have to use it if we don't need it. Athletic shoes. There is walking involved in anything we do on these next couple field trips, including Belle Isle. Maybe not, probably not the best for Crocs. You're not supposed to wear flip-flops anyway, but make sure if you have sandals that they are comfortable. I strongly recommend the athletic shoes. They do too. Dress in layers. It is supposed to be relatively warm, but again, we are close to the lake. So having a hoodie that they could wear it and then take off as you go would be great. Sunglasses are fine. Sunscreen. Their water bottles can come with them, or you can ignore the lunch and snacks. If you want to send a few bucks for when we stop at a gas station, they want to get another drink, that's fine. But like I said, we are going to feed them twice, and we will have a snack for the ride back anyway. So you don't have to send anything with, but if you want to send a couple bucks when we stop to the gas station, they want to get a cold water, they could. All right, let's go bring this back down here on today's edition. Looking at Belle Isle, and I do have a rule sheet. This one is coordinated by Miss Cicely Chivis, the 4th grade instructor. And these rules are very similar to our field trip rules. No phones on them, but it can be kept with the teacher. Works out pretty well. No, I won't let them sit there and watch a movie on the phone. I'm sorry. But when they get close, they can call. Or if you need to reach your student, the best way to do it is call the school and they will notify me, or you can call me directly using that Google Voice number. If you don't remember that, like I said, call the school, they'll reach. Talks about appropriate footwear again. Just for in the vans, obviously, no blankets, pillows, or toys. We don't have the space for that. This trip, they mentioned snack and a drink on the way as well. Please do consider sunscreen or bug spray and sanitizer. Sunscreen will probably be the most important one. Bugs didn't tend to be too bad on Belle Isle when we were last there. In all admission, I haven't been to Sleeping Bear Dunes in a few years, so I will find out along with you. Both of these field trips are more than 2 hours, so definitely wearing comfortable clothes would be good for them. Mentioning again, reading 20 minutes a day, always a cool thing. Students are welcome to bring a book with them to read if this is something they're interested in those field trips as well. And they'll have covered their 20 minutes for that day. In math, we have completed the 5th grade curriculum. Yay. Now we are looking at review and previewing some of the early 6th grade material. I kept the materials from that grade from the past. Just kind of get them a little taste of it, and then they can be ready to hit the ground running when they get to middle school. Language arts, our selection this week is on climate change. We are continuing to complete our narratives. We'll be looking at some other writing materials and content before the end of the year. Social studies, we are currently looking at the Manifest Destiny for all of its pros and cons. Next week, we'll be looking at the growth of the U.S. footprint on the North American continent. In science, we have completed our curriculum there as well. We'll be completing our second chance reviews and assessments, give those students that last chance to earn those higher grades. We are definitely coming to the end, and I don't even know where time went. In the language corner, you can see our language is related to, these three are definitely related to Belle Isle. You can see Canada from it. Some stuff from our social studies and these two. And then you can see our learning plan that reflects all of this. This is a good document for if you want to ask your student, hey, what'd you do today? It is always subject to change, as it often is. If you have any questions about the field trip, please reach out to me today at mireland@sagchip.org. I'm more than happy to respond to any of your emails. As soon as I see them, I will respond, even if it's after school hours. Like I mentioned, I would recommend, you might even consider a change of clothing, just in case we get a late shower and they get wet. To have comfortable clothing for the ride back. Should be a great time. We'll be visiting the Maritime Museum there, and then we'll kind of explore a dune or two, and then we'll be back on our way for that pickup. So it'll be a great Friday for the students. And I also look forward to Belle Isle. That was a good field trip last year. A lot of students definitely enjoyed that. That's a 4 to 5 pickup, and I'll send out just an email reminder on Monday about that. And should be a great week. So without further ado, I'm hearing rumors it's supposed to be a nice warm weekend. So I hope you get out and enjoy that. And pelo menos giga, minwa, pamapi.